Hey there, I'm Paulino B. Michael, and welcome to the Flat Out Truth. We are streaming live on 5 platforms: the Flat Out Truth, TikTok, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. All right, so this is like our third time getting all of them done. We're still trying to get all of our rhythms right so that we can get it all streaming nice and clear for you guys. We tend to let the platform suffer a little bit until we get off of here, but we're going to work that all out. So, anyways, we got a monthly theme that we're doing that we started every month at the beginning, and we kind of try to stick to that a little bit as the month goes on and just feed off of that. So we'll be going over that. This is good for our platform. The people that go there, they can see this, and then they know what they're going to be listening to for the rest of the month. And the themes throughout all of our articles that we post and things like that in the platform. So anyway, so is it time to bring you on? Or are you still clickers of all buttons?
Nope, shortcut.
Oh, wow. All right. Without any further ado, here's my IT guru, my beautiful wife, amazing co-host, Chelsey B. Michael.
Ta-da! I figured out a little faster way to do it. It's a fun thing called copy and paste.
I'm still trying to figure out how to see our live on our Facebook.
I know. I got the Rumble going. We got Dustin over on TikTok.
Nice. We got the people that are out checking out everything else.
Yep, you got it.
See, here's my live here on the short, but if I click on it, it doesn't do anything. So I'm trying to figure out how to.
It's supposed to be on your story too. I figured out this time, post it on your timeline so everybody can see it. It's nice and public, and then it'll also post on the group.
Yeah, because the thing is, if I go, here it is. So it's better just to go to my main one. There I be. Wow.
Yeah, so we got
Dude, it looks so clear on there. I'm looking at glitchy guys for you guys to get a nice stream.
I know. I think
Chelsea's
I know.
clear.
I know the
clear.
problem is Rumble, but I don't know. I can adjust YouTube just fine, but Rumble is a little more complicated.
I love it though. Like I'm giving up my clarity for you guys and to reach more people. I mean, we're trying to get this down right. I think, can you fix that at some point, right?
I'd like to, yes.
Yes, knock it down. Because you guys are all clear. I'm looking at Facebook, very clear. TikTok, very clear. Chelsea stuff, I can see 15 monitors that are very clear. Mine is glitchy.
I know.
It's so pixelated. Do you see it? Can you see when you glance over it?
I do. I have it on my iPad.
You guys should feel bad for me. I'm just saying.
Yep.
It's very interesting that it's so bad. But that's what happens when you use the bandwidth for everybody else. Right? You get it, then everybody else, and then me.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're
Who
lying.
am I? I'm what? Paulino B. Michael. But he doesn't matter.
You don't like looking at yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't like looking at glitchy me, and I like looking at beautiful, clear you.
That's true.
But I don't get that. Maybe I'll just get a picture and stick it there. Put a little stickum there. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about. Yes. Well, I get the real person all the time. But anyway, she's amazing. She's very fun, easy to talk to, at least for me, you know. So anyway. I was talking about the theme before you got done with your clickers of all buttons. The monthly theme is the truth in history. So we always have the truth, right, in the history and what we're taught in school, college, whatnot. But then if you dig deeper, you might find something different. Now, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is for everybody else.
Yeah.
But a little bit of satire, but do your due diligence, do your own research, right?
That's right.
And so, again, the monthly theme is the truth in history. So there's so many different topics that we can get into this. Did you want to read one and then we'll talk about it a little bit?
Sure.
So what's our first one? It's broken up. She does a great article, so you guys got to go check these articles out. But she just breaks them down. Yep. Everything I talk about, she writes them down. But
I'm a writer. I'm not a talker. This is my writing's my forte.
Yeah. So you can just read the titles and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So our monthly theme, like he said, is the truth in history. And it starts with unraveling what we've been taught. That history is taught in school as a linear story, fixed dates, known facts, clear outcomes. But the deeper you dig, the more the story unravels. So behind the textbooks and timelines lies a far more complex tapestry of rewritten narratives, suppressed knowledge, altered records, and collective misremembrance. In seeking the truth in history, we find not certainty but controversy. And that, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's where it really goes by. You know, like, I mean, they tell you one thing, and when I've been doing all this research and I blab it to Chelsey, and she actually goes, "What?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh!" And then
I go look it up.
And she goes, looks it up. Yeah, like that. I mean, they have changed time and time again. So, all right, you guys hold your ears. Anybody that's following the biblical every 7 days, or Sabbath day, or Saturday Sabbath, or a continuing 7 days forever consecutive, because it's wrong. If you go through and you look at the history of just Saturday itself, between the Julian and Gregorian calendars, Saturday used to be in the middle of the week at one point. Then it was at the beginning of the week, and now it's at the end of the week. So that Sabbath is not correct. Plus, not only that, they've been skipping time. 11 days here, 13 days here. They went from the first of the year, it used to be March 25th, and then they skipped it all the way to January 1st. And then in 1752, look it up. See what day of the week was the 2nd of 1752, and it'll bring up Saturday. And then you can just Google is correct on this. You can Google 1772 Saturday, or the 2nd, and it'll bring up, oh yeah, this is when they did this jump, and they skipped 11 days, but then they'll show it on that one that it was Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday was supposed to be the 2nd, and then Thursday ended up being the 14th. But when you go back in time, it's Saturday. So they even lie about that. They can't even get their story straight that it was Wednesday to Thursday. Nope, it was actually Saturday to Thursday, but there was an 11-day skip. So technically they skipped us another Saturday. But if you guys want to keep believing that the Gregorian calendar is correct and Sabbath is 7 and blah, 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 do your due diligence. Like I said, just Google Saturday, September 2nd, 1752, and it's going to shoot up all that stuff. And you're going to see right in the little corner, it's going to show you that it was Wednesday that was the 2nd, and the next day was Thursday. But if you Google what day was the 2nd day of 1752 in September, it'll tell you Saturday. So anyway, and all the written stuff says Saturday. So I don't know how they switched it to Wednesday just arbitrarily, right? Because they had to make it look right, that nobody missed anything. But nobody got married on Sunday the 3rd, 4th. Nothing happened in history for those 11 days. And they did it again later, and in October they did it. It was in the 1800s. They did that again. So how do you trust that timeline if they keep skipping days, months? How do you do it? And rearranging their days, you cannot trust that. So that's why we follow the biblical calendar. It's been the same throughout all history, all through time. So that's what Chelsey and I follow. And if you guys want to, or if you're interested in learning the difference between a Gregorian, which is made for trade, or the biblical calendar that is made from the word of Yah, the Most High. And I usually don't try to get too religious here or biblical, but when it comes to the calendar, that's the way it's set up. You got one that's based on stars, sun, and the moon. And then you have the other ones based by trade and commerce. And that's why a lot of places have two calendars. Even China. They got one that's a lunar, and then they got the trade one that they use, which is the Gregorian. So, I mean, you got to use it for trade, I guess, if you're saying, let's meet on Monday, everybody has to know what Monday means. So, anyways, you got anything to add to that?
I really don't. That was hitting most of that. Like you said, we were talking about the chronology of it.
Oh, she's skipping through. I got to take this drink.
Yeah, that was the big one. As I said, they just skip days. Like it's like Google search it. That kind of leads into though, when you're talking about all the skip time, there's a very famous one right now, or popular, I guess you could say, is the phantom time hypothesis. And this one claims that nearly 300 years of history were actually inserted into the timeline.
Yeah, and actually, when I do my research, it's about 1,000 years that's missing. It's very interesting. There's so many things we can get down to. It's like, why are they changing the days or the dates on actual buildings? They're adding 1,000 years to a lot of ancient buildings. So why did they do that? Some are just already put in history books as such, and then they add 1,000 years when nobody's looking. You know, it's very odd. Like, why are they doing that?
Yep, and you can see the discrepancy on our platform. You had posted a really good one where it's a comparison of an old, what they called, some people call it Tartarian or Gothic, from the same exact time period as the Old West.
Yes. So they're building these
The exact same time.
And I find it interesting when the building's very beautiful, very huge, so detailed, and you know there's so much craftsmanship in it. They said that they founded it. But when we build it on a modern term, they say we built it or established in this time. So did they found it? Like, did they found it? Is that what they're trying to hint to us? They don't say built. They don't say established. They say founded it.
They say founded.
So they founded it. It's like, hey, I found this and now I'm claiming it. And this is the year I did it. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. I'm telling you, you guys can go down this and look through it. I love history. I'm sorry about my voice. I mowed the lawn, man. I'm not mowing the lawn on any show days or any days I must sing. I'm not lying. I can't do it. I even had one of those. I had a gator on and it still got me, you know?
Yeah.
There's all that dust and I don't know, man. Because we use a mulcher and I don't know.
Yeah.
You can hear it in my voice.
Which is funny because just the epiphany today that we had, he was mowing the grass and sent me a picture of these beautiful little cherries. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Where'd this come from? Where did it come from?
Our backyard, but they're not little cherries. They're regular sized cherries.
No, actually true. They're actually pretty good size.
Regular sized cherries. She doesn't like cherries, but there's regular cherries. But we've lived here, what, 5 summers?
Yep, 5 summers.
But we have a big yard. It's so big we had to like cordon it off for the children and then the dogs and then the non-area where the cherry tree is. That's a whole another subject. But I was mowing the lawn. I go, what are these red things on the ground? I go, oh, that's a cherry. Somebody throwing cherries over here. I looked up. Oh, cherries. It was beautiful. So I might pick some cherries tomorrow, man.
Yeah. Cherries good for you.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
our boy.
We've always wanted a fruit tree. We've always had a cherry tree.
Yeah, our son got one and he wanted to eat it and he's like, ooh. And he didn't even try to bite it. It was pretty funny.
It was funny.
Anyway, let's get back to history, or what's the next one we got?
All right, so the next one is our hidden or forgotten history. This, again, leading into from Tartaria, things like that. There's old African empires. There's super famous civilizations, like, all the way back to Atlantis, right?
Yep. And then you got the Dead Sea Scrolls. You got the Thracian Chronicles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's suppressed, and like the discoveries, and you hear the Smithsonian getting stuff, and then they hide it, but then they go, no, we never got it, but it's in the newspapers at that same time period. See, so what is the history? You have it like they find giant bones, on the plains as they're trying to build farms, and they put it in the newspaper. Smithsonian comes over, and then they say they never heard of it. This other guy discovers something, they say, in the Grand Canyon, and then he reports it to Smithsonian, and that was in the paper, but now that doesn't exist. That never really happened. So, like, what is really going on? I mean, I just want to know our history. That's it.
Well, I think we all do.
Yeah.
Like we even have, we ended up going and making a day trip from Facebook Marketplace. This gentleman had these old history books. Some of them were the Great War. He had old newspaper articles.
Yes.
The JFK, I think Space Shuttle.
Yeah. No. Nope. No. The landing on the moon.
The landing on the moon. And so we went and talked to this gentleman, and all of the books, he's like, oh yeah, all the things that you hear in the history books, that you read in the history books, it's not what's written in there.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
He said he said there was an agenda to change it.
Yep.
And this was a really old guy. I mean, we ended up getting some old Bibles. We got, they weigh 14 pounds.
Yeah. They're heavy.
We got 3 of them.
They're heavy.
Yeah. One was
beautiful,
one was 2 years before the Civil War. And then one was 2 years after the Civil War, I believe. And that's the one that has the lineage.
Yes.
It actually has who owned that book that whole time. Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're going to have to add our names.
And then I bought another one just because they used to put these clasps to shut them. They were so heavy. I mean, they're thick. And that one just it was so ornate, wasn't all the carving in it. The one that I bought, the last one, I just wanted it just for the buckles.
Yep.
Because that was that is great shape. The other two are in really great shape. I mean, it has gold leaf printing. It even has ancient maps in it.
Yep.
Like, from Jerusalem and all that area. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, they're very beautiful. The artwork is really pretty too.
Yeah, because it was all hand engraved, and then they would, print it.
Yep.
So, yeah, really good.
Yeah, so that leads into some of those see like the archaeological discoveries as well, from like some famous ones like the Göbekli. I'm gonna mispronounce this because it's Turkish. Göbekli Tepe,
Yeah.
the Blue Mosque, like the Taj Mahal and the step wells in India. We have a few pictures of those. Those are fantastic.
Yes.
Petra, Machu Picchu, like even the Colosseum, which is a popular one, La Sagrada Familia in Spain, all of the world fairs, which have been featured.
Yes. And now that's one thing that you guys get. I mean, just look into those. Those will freak you out. The world fairs will. The world fairs. There's no way that they built all that in a couple of years. And they're huge, and so much water that they use. You know, like there's like man-made rivers in there, and then they destroyed them all when they were all done. Why would you destroy those buildings?
Right, I would think massive. They would stand the test of time. Like you'd want them to last forever.
Yeah,
nope.
But no,
took them down.
They took them all down. See, or did they founded it, use it as a fair, and then demolish it to cover up the old technology, the old way they build? I mean, we even have. Like the research on like Yankee Stadium is crazy. The original Yankee Stadium, they said they built it in like 10 months. And you can ask Chat GPT how long it would take if you just had horse and buggy. And they couldn't even get the supplies in that. It was something like 3 million something hours of just transportation if it was 7 miles away just for all that material. Just to get the material on the site, it would take like, wasn't it like 6 years?
Yeah.
It was like crazy. That's just to get it to the site.
Yep.
And then they'd have to do the site and then to build it. It was all marble and everything. It was like tons.
Marble's heavy.
Yeah, and they were carving it. It was amazing. So basically it would take them 13 years to do it with modern technology, they said.
But it took them 10 months.
But it took them 10 months back then with horse and carriage. I don't know, guys.
It's a little fishy.
Yeah, just go look into it yourself. And you're like, wow, there's no way they built it. And then there was another thing when it came with Boston, right? Yeah. And then the Chicago one, Wrigley Field.
Even Wrigley Field. And I've been there. Yeah. That's neat. But when I was going, I wasn't seeking truth at the time. And I was like, oh, I'm just excited to be in Wrigley Field.
Yeah. They tell you they built it and you're like, okay.
Yeah. That's it.
You never question it.
Nope.
But then you see all the other things that they built at that same time, and you're like,
wait a second.
Wait, this looks like a log cabin, and they're building a palace over here.
Yeah.
And what was the one that I told you where, your mom went to Italy, and she had that old church, right?
Yes.
And then the old church, they said it took 600-something years to do it.
Yep.
So that means that one person never seen the beginning to the end.
Nope. And
they were just handing it off, but it's perfectly made. Right?
Yep.
And that craftsmanship to hand it over so that it didn't look different. Right? They had to change it over so each statue looked the same.
Yeah. And I don't know about you. Yeah. Being an artist, you probably know way better. Most people can't do the exact same art.
No, it had their own style to it.
Because, even if you try to copy somebody else's art without a actual like tracer, you have your own feel to it.
You know what I find really interesting too? There was no bathrooms in those things. Those old churches.
Yeah, you told me. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, there's no bathrooms. There's no pews. There's no way to. Sometimes they force the chairs in there. Like it was never meant for that.
Yeah.
Like it was never meant to have the house people for like a big, meeting at a church or something.
Yeah.
I think they just reclaimed them. But that's just my opinion. You can go look into it. It'll make you go, Like Rob Skiba used to say. Things that make you go, I don't know. Miss Rob. Shout out to the brother. You guys go look at his content. He still has tons of content out there.
Does.
And his son Jeremiah is doing a great job. He has his own style. He's doing a great job.
Yep.
Shout out to Jeremiah and Skiba News Nation. So.
Yep. Check them out. Fridays and Sundays.
Fridays and Sundays. The Sunday lives, I love them.
The Sunday lives are good.
Yeah, I like all of them, but the lives are. I always like live. I just like live. That's why we went live.
So. Yep. So this leads us into our very much entertainment purposes only section, which is some of our conspiracies and alternative accounts. So, like some people like ancient aliens, some people like Sasquatch, secret societies, the people who are funding wars, things like that. We have a lot going on in the Middle East. Hopefully, our peace and our ceasefire lasts for a good while. But we just had recent releases with the JFK files. People question the official story for 9/11, things like that.
JFK, even though all that stuff got released.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys got into that. Check that out. It's very interesting what they released in that information.
But there's just enough, like you're a good loophole finder. There's just enough loopholes that when you read the official story, you're like, okay, this could work, but what about this, and this? And then when you really ask the question and you're like, this is physically impossible, there must be another explanation, but how are you going to find the official story? Yeah,
it's very fascinating. Like I was like, well, that part don't make sense. I always get this itch of like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody's lying to me, I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I just let it go. You know what I mean? If they want that belief, just let them have it.
Yeah.
But like you said you got the MK Ultra and Plum Island. You have like so many things that are out there.
And then some of those are validated.
Yes, some are validated.
They come out later.
Things that they called conspiracy. And that all started with JFK. That's when they brought that out. Yep. The word conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
So conspiracy theory, a lot of it's been coming out as conspiracy fact. Like we can say about the spraying and, I don't even know if we can say that now, but it's geoengineering.
Yeah, geoengineering.
But if you go back, they called it different things throughout the time. And now there's several states that are going to court saying they can no longer, in the air, and do your own due diligence, look up. I mean, it became so widespread that they even put it in animated shows, like a Disney movie or some other thing. They put it in the background because we're so used to seeing it that it became natural.
Yeah.
So take a look and get into that. I mean, with searchers of truth, that's all you have to be, and have a mind that's curious like a cat. Like Marcus. Shout out to Marcus on our platform, brother. He always has a little cat thing. I can't tell if that cat's smiling at me or not sometimes.
I know. It's the cat for all faces. It's both angry, happy, and sad.
Yeah, it's funny.
And indifferent. But yeah, so just to kind of round things up, again, to seek, as he was saying, to seek the truth in history, it's to accept that it's not static, because the story is of living people. It shifts, it weaves, and it's based on not only individual stories, but group stories. So it does require a lot of discernment, even humility, dropping your pride to figure out what the truth is, to change your story.
Yeah. And what do I say? Change my pride.
Change my pride.
And, I don't know if it's in this part that you wrote, but yeah, it's like, who's the victor changes the history. Mm-hmm. They'll wipe it right out.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah. It's somewhere in this article, because I know we talk about it all the time. That's why I put it in there.
Yep.
Whoever wins goes, and, they'll burn books. They'll burn down libraries, right? They get to write the history. To people to keep them, because the elders are the history. So if you can them, then there's no longer, they can tell you what the history is, right?
That's right.
But I'll let you continue. Conclusion.
Almost finished. So just saying that we bring up these alternate theories and whatnot, and sometimes they go too far. But the official accounts have been proven equally as meaning, like you said, some of these cover-ups, and then later on the government's like, oh yeah, we totally do that. Just sweep it under the rug. Yeah,
what's so funny? These only exist because they don't tell us the truth.
Yes.
It's like when somebody doesn't tell you the truth, there's something weird, and it makes you want to dig in. If they just told you the truth, you would just move on, right?
Yeah.
But when somebody's not telling you the whole truth, it could be personal, it could be business, it could be anything. And it might make you curious to go look behind what they're trying to say and dig down and get the flat out truth, right?
That's right.
And so when you do that, and they're like, why can't you just drop it? Why don't you just tell us the truth, or tell me the truth, and then we will just move on to a different subject, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And that kind of goes along to that my kind of finishing point is you have to have the courage to ask, what are we missing? Who decides what's remembered? Why? And we move forward, pursuing it relentlessly. You got to have an open mind, critical thinking, and an unquenchable thirst for the flat out truth.
And that's right. For Conrad out there, if he's ever checking this out.
One day.
And that's right.
That's right.
So we can go on to something that we have something going on with our merch. We redid all the merch, got a new vendor, and I went and did like probably 400 different pieces of merch now, right? And now I'm going on to the fun stuff, but this is basically all logo based, some little bit of catchphrasing, but we did one for the 4th of July or any people that like America First type situations. And the reason why I put this out there is because Trump has been saying, let's get out the truth. Let's let out the truth. He did the JFK. I mean, he can't do everything, but he's been pushing towards the truth when it comes to all kinds of things. So he does have that. He does have that America's First outlook. And I want him to even send more stuff out for the truth, right? That's what we want.
Yeah.
We want more things to be released.
Yep.
And so we kind of built this off of that because we are American and we love this country and we love the way it was based. And if we could just get back to the basics, we could clean a lot of stuff up around here.
Sure.
And everybody would prosper. Everybody.
That's the goal.
So I made these because Chelsea's like, you should make a 4th of July type of thing. And this is what I came up with. I think she's going to show you.
Yeah. Oops.
That's wild when it does that.
I know. I got to click this first. There we go. All right. Everybody see it? All right, cool.
Yep.
Hey, it makes for a cool transition, though, I gotta say.
It does. If you just act like you did it on purpose.
So this is our merch store. If you want to check it out, go to store.theflatouttruth.com. We have several collections. We have our original logo collection, this fun multi-collection, and then, like he said, we just came out with the America First just in time for July. So make sure you guys go check it out.
You should click on that one.
That is exactly what I'm clicking on. So for America First, again, all of these logos are designed by Paulino B. Michael. So this is the one I got my eye on. Great for summer.
Can you click on it? Does it get bigger?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I like the back.
The back is pretty cool.
Can you zoom in on that? If you hover it, there you go. Look at that. Who doesn't like that? That's fire, man. That's all I got to say. That's fire. And the sweatshirt that she showed you, and there's a long sleeve where I have a varied design on that I put on the sleeve, and this is America First on the other one. So that's a long sleeve. There's a sweatshirt, right? Nope,
that's not it.
Nope.
Golf polos for all you gentlemen.
You got to get the Max shirt, but yeah,
I'm
check
looking
that
for
out.
the Max. Yeah.
Yeah, show them the golf shirts. Those are sweet.
Oh, go back to the golf shirt. Here we go.
We'll come across the other thing. Look at that. That is fire. So I have that in like 4 different colors. We got hats.
Here we go. Here's our Max.
We have.
Oops, sorry. There you go. So there's our front, back, and then we'll try to get the.
It doesn't really show you the sleeve sweep, but that one says America First, but it doesn't. Does it show the other side? No, because it shows.
No.
It is not America's First on the other side.
It is not.
It's the fists, and I got long wings. Long. I did flags on that side.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I don't know why it shows both on the same side, but there you go.
Yeah. That's not how I designed it, but yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then if you go up, we got the flat bills, and then we have flex fit. Yep, there you go. Flex fit hats. So you can click on the hat so you can see. And we have that in many different colors. That's what it looks like. You can do 3/4. Those always look better.
All right, here we go.
But yeah.
It switches every time.
Yeah, it does. But I like the gray one. I like the dark.
The gray one is
the gray is sweet. I don't know why I like that.
Was that the first one? Or that was the black one? That was the black one. Where's our dark gray? That one's pretty good.
Even the light one's pretty sweet. Here's the 3/4 though. Click on one when you click on it.
All right.
There you go. Those are fire, man. I mean,
but here's your red. Here's your white. Here's your blue.
Yeah, and even the flex is the one that's got the one on the back, right? Get to that one. That was pretty sweet. Show the white one. They go white and then go to the back.
Yep, white.
Look at that. Oh, that was dark black, but yeah. The back of it's sweet. Look at that.
So if you want the flex fit.
The flex fit's got that little thing.
Yep.
It came out sweet, man. I was really happy with it.
I think they came out really good.
I stayed up till like 4 a.m. designing most of these. I've been knocking these out in a few days. But I even got we got baby merch, man. I was born to
had to do baby merch.
Yeah, I was born to speak the flat out truth. I always know always speak the flat out truth.
Or is it? Oh, this one for your cans or your bottles.
Oh yeah.
It's not 4th of July. I'm from a big country area. So.
Yeah, they'd want that a lot.
I don't know what they drink anymore. They ditched Bud Light.
That's true.
Yeah. Had to do some of the kid stuff. We got to go for
there's the kid stuff. Oh, show them that one. Go up to the top.
Oh.
Do that first. You're too clicky.
I'm sorry.
My wife is the clicker of buttons, but she overclicks.
This one?
No, I want the sweatshirt that's got right there, the kid in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Kid in the middle?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fire. Look at that in the front, guys, and look at the back. That is sweet. And I got that on the other one, too, where it says, I always speak the flat out truth.
Yeah. And just so you know, these are fantastic conversation starters. Paulino has proven this time and again.
Yeah, just with my hat.
But just with this hat. Yeah, they're like, what is it? Yeah, this one's, I always speak the flat out truth.
Yeah, give that to a teenager. See, they adopt it, right?
Yeah, here we go. I was born to speak.
The mom and dad ones are funny too.
Yeah.
You go down to the baby ones.
Here we go.
The onesies are. Oh yeah, I like those too. The toddlers.
Here we go. Mom and dad always speak the flat truth.
And that's our multicolor. So that's our brand color. Mm-hmm. So that's our total brand. Everybody usually sees the main one, which is the blue and the red.
Yeah.
But, yeah, these are all like that's why you go to our websites or anything. It has all those colors.
Yep.
Even as accents or whatnot. But.
And then we do have it that says just mom and just dad in here somewhere. There you go. My dad, my mom.
Where's that one? Oh, yeah, right there. Those are sweet. I like the dad one, dude. It's funny because those colors make it look green, but it's not. It's actually the lemon and a blue outline.
Yeah.
If you click on it, does it show it? Can you click on that one or it won't get big?
No, it won't get big.
Come on, site. But anyway, that's this little bit things that we've been working on. I got more merch coming out. Now because I got this part done, I can start doing more fun stuff. I mean, this was fun, but more creative. I can get off the logo a little bit and do some freelance. So I'm very excited about that. And we'll get yours up there that I made from the poem or the article that you wrote.
Oh, that's right. The Fear and Courage.
Yeah, the Fear and Courage.
Yeah,
so
dude, that art came out fire. That one's exciting. You can show them that one if you can find it. I don't know.
Oh,
geez. Let's see. Hold on. Let me say hi to people first.
I know it kind of feels like a commercial, but man, we're excited about this.
Yeah,
and
it's new. Don't worry. You only got to listen to it once or twice.
Yeah, it's new. We're excited that we got the merch out.
Yeah.
We got the website up. So now it's a true website, not just a landing page. So it's a website. You can join the Flat Out Truth or you can go to the merch store. You can go to donations for Cash App or coffee. You can buy us a cup of coffee. So like, there's like so many things in there, and we try to make it so it always look the same, no matter what platform you're on. So like if you notice Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, anything like that, we try to make them so they're all the same. X.
Yep. So if you got the brand, you'll see it.
Yep.
If it doesn't look the same, it's not the right place.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, so I can show
and don't forget the
and don't forget the yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that they always people forget that a lot.
Yeah, there's a little bit of it. So your design was just a little different, little bit of tweaking for
the shirt
for static. Yeah, you can't really animate a shirt. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it came out sweet. So that's it's based on that. So when you guys see the shirt and sweatshirts and stuff, it'll be based on that.
18 plus.
18 plus what?
Yeah, he's asking for something else to put on the merchandise store. Shame on you.
What's that mean, 18 plus?
He's looking for specific articles of clothing.
Oh.
I don't know how much more I can say than that.
All right. Well, hey, when we switch over to the other platform, what's he watching?
If he's watching on Facebook. So if you go to the Flat Out Truth, go to the private platform, we can answer your question there.
Yes. We are unchained.
We are unchained.
On the platform.
Yeah.
And it's clearer for me, people.
It is.
All right. So anyway, I guess that's going to end us for that, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else? We are still going to go. We'll get really deep into this. We're going to be answering questions on our platform, and we don't have to hold anything back. So it makes it easier for me to talk. Even me just talking that I'm going there makes it easier for me to speak. So that's where we'll be heading. So we will be continuing this on our private platform, theflatouttruth.com. Join us. The lives are free. You can get on there. There's a free version, and there is a premium. Free, you get tons of stuff. But you get tons more when you do the premium, and it's only $9.99. That's it. For the premium, you get archives, you get all these things. It's all listed on there. So hope to see you guys there. She's clicking to tell everybody bye on all the platforms. So thanks for joining us. TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook. Dom. That's the Dom. I miss Dom. So just give him a little shout out.
I have to do this in 2 pieces. Dang it. My copy and paste is too long.
Oh, no.
I got to do it in 2 pieces. Now you got to stall longer.
Oh, okay.
Entertain them.
Entertaining. I don't juggle, so I don't know what to do. And I don't know. I couldn't sing a lick right now. Well, I probably could, but it wouldn't be a good lick. So, yeah, I'm excited. The music's starting to come back out now. Had to put it on the back burner for many reasons. It wasn't time. And we had to build more stuff for the platform and then get merch out. There's so many things we had to do before I get to do the music, which is the fun part. And so I'm excited about getting that first one out. And then after that, every month, I'll try to release one. I would like to get enough together so I have me a pianist, a guitarist, and anybody I can so that every month I can roll one out. So anyway.
I'm almost there.
So she's almost there.
I got to do the last part and then we're good.
Okay.
It's a lot of buttons to push. It's like,
yeah. We got to get some mods at some point.
I know that would make my life easier.
I don't know who we can trust though yet. We'll figure it out. Somebody will be around. Yes.
Boom. All right.
It's a big responsibility to be our mod.
It is.
Yes. Everybody has been properly thanked. Thank you guys for watching. Again, we'll give you the outro, but head over to Foul Truth, like you said. The full show right now, it's totally free. Go check it out. Sign up. Become a member. Yeah, very easy. Let's go to flatouttruth.com and join the platform. That's it. Yep. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us. And we will be continuing on, like I said, the other one. And I am Paulino B. Michael. I'm Chelsey B. Michael. And as always, be safe. Be blessed. And that's the Flat Out Truth.